Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get Chronos. There's a few ways that you could do that, but I don't have them off the top of my head, so I'm just going to go counting them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And then probably editing while I'm editing, I'll show like numbers on the screen or something like that. So the first way would be to do your dailies and events. These are the biggest ways, the easiest ways to get the largest amount of Chronos. Every time the PvP season resets, you get uh, new missions and you can get Chronos. Recently, they've been doing also summoning tickets because more time you're just going to be using Chronos to summon. And every time the PvP season resets, you also get a season reward. So, say if you get to rank 50, I think at one point the Zenny was Chronos, and then here, if you rank high, you can get more amount of Chronos. Obviously, number one's pretty outlandish, but say number two to 1000th place, that's actually possible. I've landed there a few times. But I think the best one would be to land around 1000, 3000th place because you get it's actually doable. Like just by playing maybe a few PvP matches every day, you don't actually have to grind. Right now I'm 2500, yeah, just by playing every day. But that's one of the easiest ways to do it. Every time, every maybe once a week or every other week on a Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's not always a Wednesday. I don't think, but I notice it's usually on Wednesdays. Uh, there'll be new story missions as well, and then you can obviously clear the missions and get more chronos. There's obviously event missions, and there's also chronos that you can get from doing the missions, like the challenges. So that way will just be uh, playing every day, clearing the story, and doing your events. The second way to get chronos I'm going to be looking at would be to do the Z missions here. So you can see by logging in every day, I don't know, there's like a timestamp of every amount of days. I don't know if it's 10, 50, I don't know. But right now, I'm on 159. When I get to 160, I get 20 chronos. And I also get those Z, they're not Z medals, I'm going to call them Z experience. You get the Z experience to level up. And every time you level up, you get a certain amount of chronos. You can get like 10. It's usually 10, yeah, 10 all the time. And then you get some Z power eventually at certain points. But if I just scroll down on these Z missions, you can also get you can limit break 5 characters. Well, I'm on 5 characters to 7 star. I've got three because I PvP and I do loads of adventures. So if you're really summoning, like maybe you have loads of chrono somehow, maybe you buy, I don't know. You could also get character 7 star by summoning. You could also do every time the PvP season resets, they have these scout battles here. If you just play these every day, that's what I usually do. You can get a character to 7 star. It's also how I got a lot of my souls. You're gonna see here. It's gonna say I have it full, and I'm going to get some Z medals. Those Z medals should be useful pretty soon. I don't know when they're gonna be useful, but pretty soon they should be useful. Alright, next on the Z mission list, you've got boost panels. Boost panels is the easiest way, in my opinion, because especially if you've been playing since the start of the game, you're gonna have many opportunities. You're just gonna have loads of souls. You can see here I've got 999 here, well 989 there, 999 here, 999 here, well 9999, not 999. But if you're just playing a lot, because there was one point in the game where adventures were just half the time, training was half the time, like it was just really easy to get souls. And now that I have a lot of souls, I can just soul boost everyone pretty much. The only thing I really struggle with is these super souls because they don't come as easy, obviously. But them, the normal souls, the rising souls, they're pretty easy to get. If you sold these characters, you get 10 chronos for every 100 panels. You're gonna see for most of my characters, they're 398%. Even the extremes, I do some heroes. Let me find one for you. Trunks should be, yeah. Look, I've got him 7. Oh, that's an extreme, but I do have some heroes done. Look, like Turles or Turlers. So if you just soul boost them, you're gonna get 10 chronos each time. That's probably the easiest one I grind. You saw I'm on 18,600. That's a lot, and there's a lot of characters. If you just get them to 4 star, I mean, if you soul boost them and then unlock the next panel, the next set of panels, all the way to the fourth one, there should be a fifth one coming soon because there's another equipment slot. But then you'll be able to get easy chronos that way. Alright, a new way that's came out recently, one of these updates, is upgrading equipment. So you can see here, if you upgrade the equipment to Z rank, you get 10 pieces of equipment. If you upgrade a few to A, I've got 14 so far. I don't really upgrade equipment like that. I usually focus on soul panels. I mean boost panels. But upgrading equipment is also a new way. If you PvP a lot, you're gonna have lots of equipment anyway. Like if I show you my equipment slots, I've got 172. Hopefully I can get one now. I'll upgrade this one just for the sake of it. Maybe it might go to S rank. Usually, oh, these are sell. My bad. Good thing I didn't use something better, but I went back to sell. I'm drunk, but just upgrade the equipment, especially if you've got loads of materials, as in rising souls and whatnot, and Zenny. I have 87 million Zenny. That equipment just went to A rank, so now I should have 15. And then if I keep doing that, I get it to 20. Especially if I'm PvPing a lot to get Chronos that way as well. I'll just have a lot of equipment regardless. And if I've got souls, it doesn't really matter how I use the rising souls, because I just have loads to spare. I'll just keep doing that, get a lot of Chronos there. The final two ways, I'll just put it in one though. You can see here the friendship level. If you get the friendship level up, it's a Z mission, but you can also get Chronos another way. So if I go to, I showed you in the other video, if you go to the missions, then you go to part 2, allies with the Ruthless Emperor, and you scroll all the way down, go all the way down. Then you want to do book 1, chapter 2, unexpected visitors. And then here, you get 900 of those, the friendship things, EXP, friendship experience, to level up your character's friendship level. And you get, I think, 3 Chronos for every one of these diamonds that fill up. And I wouldn't really do this, but if you really need to scrape those Chronos, you're really trying to grind those Chronos, maybe to do one single, like Gotenks disappearing tomorrow, like Gogeta disappeared the other day, and you need those Chronos, I suggest this is one method that you could use. And also, every time you get one of your characters to a higher friendship level, you can see the Z mission there as well. So there's 2 ways, 2 in 1 of getting Chronos. It's there, reach level 10 with 10 people. I haven't done that yet, but if you're just grinding that way, you can do 3 at a time, and you just keep running the missions. But the other thing I was going to say was, it should be the obvious one, but just doing these challenges, because there's easy Chronos to grab, for real. I have some OCD, I have to get everything cleared. You can see they're all the max. But obviously I want Chronos as well, so I'm just going to get them all done. I don't miss 1 star. And you also get these the rare medals that could use in the exchange shop for some missions. But pretty much that's everything that you can do to get Chronos. Those are the ways that for the grinders out there, for the grinders that really want the Chronos, I suggest you to use all these methods, and you should be sure to get your Chronos up. I highly recommend the soul boosting one though, the boost panel one. I mean, that one there is probably the easiest, and it's not hard. You literally just, like, say if I let's find the character. All my characters are probably all done. Yeah, they're all done. I can't even show you unless I class one up now. But you literally just, if I go to, oh, Gogeta is not done. That's crazy. And I've been using him. If I just click, literally go all the way. You should see I'm gonna unlock 10 Chronos. I should. Let me finish doing this quick. That's all of them, yep. It's also a nice site. There. 18,600 boost panels. Easy 10 Chronos. The easiest Chronos I've got in my life. I've got 166 right now. That's because I've been summoning, but the new PvP season comes tomorrow. I should get a few. But yeah, that's it.